welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today I have
For
an
those
idea.
who know me, you know my love of fabric tape. So I have a bunch. These are some of the latest I acquired, but the lady is actually disrupting her production. I use them everywhere, on my journals, on my ephemera, really anywhere I can put them, I do. So you might know the Tim Holtz one. I've only brought one piece just to show you. They're gorgeous, obviously. And now I'm not sure whether I saw this somewhere or whether the idea just came into my mind, but I want to make some. So to that effect, I've taken some fabrics and some double-sided tape. Sorry if the camera is moving. I'm on the terrace and it moves with the wind, with every breath we take, and yeah, so sorry about that. So okay, so what I want is to make my own little strips of fabric tape, and obviously to that effect I'm going to glue my double-sided tape on one side of my fabric, and then I will cut the excess or not, depending. We'll see how that goes. We're going to make quite a bunch, not necessarily very long strips, because some pieces of fabric are much smaller than others, but it will also be that we have little little bits that we can also use as scraps. And if they're all ready, it's actually nicer to do it this way, I think, than taking the hot glue gun, etc. So let's just start. So let's take this piece of fabric. I'm going to position it on my mat, which is also shiny. So today you have all the pleasures in the world. Unsteady camera and shiny mat. So let me just get the beginning of my... No, this is the one by Craftelier. I'm not sure whether it's the best to use, but I don't have any other that are that wide. I think I only have smaller ones in other brands. So let me just try to take my little threads out. So I don't necessarily want bits that are a kilometer long. I just want bits that will run across a page if I want. So what I do like about this one is that you can tear it by hand. And I think that I'm going to go and get my bone folder. Again, my apologies, I see the camera moving. And I'm going to press really hard so that I'm sure it sticks well. I pressed it off camera because obviously that makes the camera move even more. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut around my little piece of tape. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to rip my fabric like this. I'm going to rip it like this as well. Well, that wasn't a good idea. Let me tell you why. Don't rip it. We learn as we go. Because the back of the tape will just go as well. Not to worry. We'll use that one right after. So we'll save it. So we've learned something. Let's do it again. And we'll just cut it around. So again, just placing my tape. Don't stick on my finger. Well, do stick on my finger, but don't stay there. There we go. Here. Scissors. So I'm going to go as near the tape as I can. You might wonder, why haven't you done this before? Well, because I hadn't thought about it. And I was so desperate because I couldn't find more fabric tape anywhere. So, yup, doesn't that look great? I think it does. Do I want threads to stay or do I want them to go? I don't know. Okay. So basically, I'm going to make some more with different types of fabric so that we can see if there are fabrics that we shouldn't use. This one is quite thin. I suppose it's cotton. It's the same as this one. So today is not going to be too long of a video, I think. But we're still going to try and make some ephemera. Oh my god, it's moving so much. So we're still going to try to make some ephemera with the fabric that we make. And now I've lost my tape. No, I haven't. It's here. What I don't know is whether I would still add some glue, a bit, to the double-sided tape when I glue it on paper. I don't know, because sometimes you have unpleasant surprises with tape. I find that with time it just peels off. Also, by doing this, I quite like the fact that I have some pieces ready, that I don't have to go and get and make. They're just there. I can pick one and just glue it. What is there on my scissors? Glue, probably. So if you want it straighter, do it straighter. I actually don't really mind. Or maybe I'll trim it afterwards. I don't know. So another one of these. Use that side. Yeah. I also have some larger and some smaller tape. We'll see if it's worth using them afterwards. We'll try a bit of everything. Sorry about the back noise. I've been waiting all morning to be able to film, and every time he stops, I get ready, and every time I push record, well, he starts again. So but that's the sound of holidays to me. So no thrifting for me this time in Bordeaux, because I have so many books already, and it was so warm that I didn't feel like going in a crowded place with no air conditioned. I'm going to try to trim this one a bit better. But instead we went to a lot of restaurants. We went to see the sea, which is just like 10 kilometers away from there. Here, went to the lake, which is 800 meters from here. So it was lovely. Today is Saturday, and we are leaving on Monday to go back home to kitties and doggies who apparently are not behaving, let's put it that way. They make life miserable for my daughter's boyfriend. I think there's a lot of revenge in there because I'm not there. So he will be relieved when we come home. And they're doing things they don't used to do. So it's really abnormal. But it's really weird not to have any cats and dogs and not anything to pet. Because I like my dogs and my cats. And I couldn't live without any. So this is a rather soothing activity as well, I would say. The only downside for me is that you need to use scissors because I am not so at ease with scissors. So I've taken whole pieces of, oh, we can do that. Sorry, I was thinking aloud. I've taken whole pieces of fabric, but obviously you could do this with scraps. And you could also just, we'll try to make a ruffle maybe, and just to use little bits of different fabrics together. Isn't that cute? That's gorgeous. Love it. I have a lot of fabric, so we've used that one and that one. We've used that one. What do I have more? This is presumably cotton as well, but really thick. Really, really thick. No clue how that's going to work. And I think I got this in a Happy Mail, which is really nice. By the way, I have one Happy Mail that I still haven't opened. Sorry, Caroline. I will do that soon. Well, it's not true that I haven't opened it. Well, no, it's true that I haven't opened it. But June opened the pack. And there were ribbons in it. But I've saved them. And they're waiting with the rest for me to open them. There you go. You could also do this, and I hadn't thought about this, with, you know, the round cutting tool, the round cutting tool for fabric. Cute. That works. What else do I have? Ooh, I have a little piece. Gingham. Love gingham. And I'm making big pieces, but obviously you can make smaller pieces. I don't think I would use, how's it called? Dimensional double tape, double-sided tape. Don't know why. No good answer. No good reason. Okay, I will trim that afterwards. So that worked. It's also cotton again. This is much bigger, thicker. Well, bigger as well, actually. Let me just cut a piece. Do we want to try a bigger? This is a really bigger double-sided tape. I also have one smaller. What are you? What are you? Piece of plastic. God, I don't have the right scissors. That's okay. We'll do it like this. Up. Don't ask me how I would use this. I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure I'll find a way though. Because there's always a way. I need to find a proper way to store them though. I think it will be in a file folder. Because you don't want to bend them. Just because you don't want the back to get unglued. Nice. Like that. What else do we have? Again, don't know why I only have, well that might, is it cotton? I don't know, maybe, presumably. I still have two more, I think, sorts of fabric to try. Shall we try again a bigger one on this one? I think we'll do both. We'll do both, a small one and a big one. Sorry, scissors. There you go. Yeah, not really straight, is it? But it is what it is. Nice. Very nice. Okay, then this is very, very thick. Very, very thick. Let's just... Does it have a back and a front? I don't know. Does it? I don't know. I'll just do it like this. Do I want a big one? I'll do a big one. Okay, and I will do a small one. Unhappy dog. Not sure whether this is going to glue as well as the others. Shaky, shaky. Sorry, I'm out of frame. That's one. And let's do the other one. You could also, oopla. Sophie, where are you going? I don't know. Okay, I've ruined this one. You could also sew over it on the big ones if you wanted. You could sew the edges. I need to start sewing again. Sorry. I am shaking and shaking. Okay. Pretty, not straight, but pretty. Oh, I have two more. Let's see. Three more. I have a piece of silk. You're on the wrong side. No, there is no wrong side. That looks nice. Ooh. Lots of threads. Very soft, very nice. I have, two more. Jeans. That used to be one of my favorite from when I lost a lot of weight. 10 years ago, actually. 10 years ago. There you go. Nice as well. Have a tiny, tiny strip. threads, threads, threads. Yeah, so I'm going back on Monday. And I'm happy. I love to come here. I love to see my parents. But I want to go home. And we have quite a lot to do when we go home. Oh, come on. And I want to see how my tomatoes have done, how my fruits are. And I want to start renovating the house and see if I can move to somewhere quiet in a smaller house with a craft room, obviously, with a big craft room. The house can be small, but the craft room needs to be big. Lovely, very bright. And what else? Yeah, I'd love to be able to do that. Ideally, I'd like to have a place as quiet as here. Well, not when you hear people sawing the trees and mowing the lawn, etc. But I actually like the fact that I can be outside in the shadow, enjoying outside, really. Enjoying the garden. That's not something I can do where I currently live because we do have a garden, but there is no real way to enjoy it. It's a bit weird, but and we don't have a terrace like this. The only part of sort of naked space that we have is not flat. It's going down a hill, so we cannot put a table there, we cannot eat outside, we cannot do a lot of things which I would love to do. I also like to be out in the evening. And I like to take my coffee outside. And I like to do that whether it's cold, it's warm, I don't care. Just with something, a little roof over my head, so that I can do that even when it rains. Not straight, but cute. Okay, so my other idea was to make sort of a ruffle kind of thingy. I'm going to take a big one, but I'm pretty sure you can make it on a small one too. Could have dared it. That would have been a bit more intelligent. But hey, leave my fingers alone. And first I'm going to do the bits and pieces. And see how that goes. Where did I put the other? Or were there not any left bits? I think these were the main ones. Okay, so let's get some more. Can you see? I can't decide. Can you see? I can't decide. I'm just looking for which thing to put next. Maybe jeans. I've lost the jean. No, it's here. I just took a piece. So imagine you have scraps and just use them like this. Where are you? You're too small. Yeah, you are too small. Okay, so I'm going to go down and then I will trim it on the side and we'll have a look at how it looks like. This is how my piece turned out. And I think it's cute. I quite like it. It's raining. Interesting. Can you see the rain? Fingers crossed it's going to stop. So what I've also tried to do, is trying to make a ruffle. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not. I'm just going to make little pieces and then we'll see if we can make use of them. So what I've done, sorry, coughing. I've glued the first bit, then folded it upon itself, then glued it below, then did that again, and you can do them really next to each other. I actually think you should. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not thrilled. Sorry. Woohoo! So we'll keep them and we see what we can do with them. The rain has almost stopped. The sun is coming out. We have a weird light, but we'll work with it. So what I've taken is some pieces of ephemera that need to be made. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to first ink them all around and I'll see you just after they're all inked. The way I would go about using my little pieces of fabric tape would be the following. I would first put on some fabric tape and then decide what else would go on the piece of ephemera. So I would probably do this. I'm sorry about the lighting. The sun is not everywhere, the shadow is not everywhere, so there's much I can do about it. So let's see how well that glues just on its own without the help of any glue. There you go. I know, you're shaking. I know. And it glues fine, to be honest. That's excellent. So I would then pick up some bits and pieces. Let's see, what could we put here? You're too small. You're cute, but you're too small. And you're the same, but you're too big. Although that would really, really look cool. Really, really, really. Who says your moth cannot be bigger than your tag? No one. So that's just what I'm going to do. No. Let me see what else I can put here. So I want my moth, that's for sure. I want bits and pieces, that's for sure as well. See? Shadow, not shadow, light, no light. What do we have? Green, no. Not convinced, not convinced. Oh, come on. No. Yeah, this I like. I want something at the bottom, which you probably can't see, can you? Can you see it now? Yes, you can. And it might be that I put a couple of my little bunched flowers. Yeah, that's the rain falling from the trees. And then I need something on the top as well, I think. Or it means I need to get rid of that one. Still need something there. Maybe a postal stamp. I don't know. I do not know. Where do I have postal stamps? That's a good question. Let me check. No, not here. Oh, I can see some. I can see some. So we have you. And I saw a red one somewhere. Come on. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm first going to glue my flowers. So is art going to cooperate today? No? Oh, come on. No good reason for you not to work. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Okay. I think I'm going to try to change place. But the thing is, you see there's wind, so it makes the leaf of the trees shake. And it's not helping with them. Shadow. I'm going to have you. with a little piece of tape glued here. I'm gonna have you up there. So I'm not going to be able to show you all the things I do with fabric tape because I can only do with what I brought. But I really think it's going to look cool. Am I going to? I think I am. There you go. To bring just a little bit of another color. Take this, and I'm going to take my moth. There you go. There I have my moth. Crocodile. Yeah, I put glue where I shouldn't have, but you know me. That is something I do. There you go. And I will put an eyelid. And it's just gorgeous. I really like this one. Really like this one. Okay, let's do another one. We have this one. Which of our pieces are we going to use on this one? I think we could use a piece of that. Like this. Where do I remove you from? How big of a fight is this going to be? Don't know why I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, come on, please. Yes. Yes. Thank you. So I'm now going to take my piece here and I'm just going to glue it, well, apparently there. Like this. So it's all dressed up. And what can I put on this? So I brought my little boxes full of things. That's a house. Could have a house. is this? Looks like a cat. Ears. I think I'm going to use it. This. This. And I have a pocket. I like this one as well. Where are you? I'm going to put you here. Then I have a little one of these. Gonna put that one. So I'm gonna cut my fabric. Gonna cut a couple of pieces. There you go. I love doing that. So excited. Shaking too much. Okay, I'm going to do this off camera. Just to show you, I was going about this wrong. Instead of trying to peel it from this side, I just, roll my finger and it sticks to my finger. And then you just place it wherever you want. And now I just need to find something nice to put in the middle. Like a little image or so. What do we have in this pocket? We have postcards. A lot of things that are too big. Too big. I have butterflies though. Well, moth butterflies. I think it's a butterfly day. Well, look at that. We don't need much else, do we? Just need a bit of ink. There we go. Does it need to be straight? No, it doesn't. We could also do something like that. And then add a little label. Do we have something in another color? Yeah, I think I like this one. Ooh! Now that's ink, isn't it? Oh, had I missed having ink and glue on my fingers? I love it. Really like the fabric tape. Really, really do. And now I can do it with whatever I want. That is so good. Let's make another one. We have this. It is not straight, it is wonky, but it is what it is. I think I want to go with that one. So first I'm going to snip it, not straight, because why would I, you know, that would be far too. Why is my scissors not willing to do what I want it to? Okay, well, let's do this. I want it, oh, look at that. That's brilliant. Again, roll, ta-da. Oh, I love that. I love that. What do we have in the box? I think we need something a bit sturdy. Look at this. A little collectible. Do I need anything else? I'm not even sure. What else could I put, if anything? I think that's it. I think that's it. Cute. Another one. Okay. And I think we're going to make, yeah, maybe 2 last ones. I think I want to use jeans, but I don't think I made any small one with jeans. So I'm going to make some. Yeah, it really wants to go thinner and thinner. Not sure why. Gonna do that. Gonna do that. Oui. Tu peux venir. My mum was wondering what I was doing. So we have one side. I'm gonna put, come on, roll, yes. The other one on the other side. I like it. Crocodile, crocodile. You're wonky as well, aren't you? Well, we love you all the same. Okay, so not you. We have the mushroom. We have the mushroom. So we're going to use the mushroom. So that's a mushroom with resin. So I want it here, but I want other stuff as well. Probably a U. It's a solution of Sudoku with, again, some resin. You're going to go there, like this. And I need something here. I'm not sure I brought washi tape. And I'd rather not get up just now. Yeah, well, it's going to be that. A full resin piece. So let's just glue them. That's one. This is a postal stamp on which I put resin. Let me just put all of this a bit higher. And then my mushroom. So is it everywhere that Amazon is changing their packaging? Because I get less and less envelopes like this one. They're more like a paper, and I like them a less lot. But it's good for the planet, I guess. So we will make do. My father is hungry, so I think I need to take a break to feed him. And yeah, so I did negotiate it a couple of minutes. I can finish my video. So I'm taking the silk one. Again. Oh, come on. Come on. Go away. Go away. And am I going to do this? I'm going to make 4 pieces. Maybe. And I'm going to glue them around my tag. 1. I like the look. I really, really like the look of this one. So here on the top. Where is the last one? Where is the last one? It's here. Okay. I'm gonna poke my hole. Oh, interesting. I managed to get my crocodile stuck in the table. Interesting. Okay. Made the hole. And I've taken this one out. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can find something better. Like this one. I like this one. So I'm going to use this one. Sorry about the shaking. There we go. All right, I'm going to place my eyelids, clear of the table, and then we're going to look at what we've done today. Today we made fabric strips with fabrics, sort of scraps or non-scraps, with double-sided tapes. So we've made quite a lot of them. We've made some with, let's say, scraps. I've made some ruffle ones, but they're actually far away on the table, and I'm not quite satisfied with them. I'm not sure I would use them. If I were to use them, I would glue something on here and maybe glue the folds. I don't know. But I was not tempted to use them today. But we made them. So with lots of different fabrics, different sizes. And we have used them today on ephemera, which is something that I really, really enjoy. So on this tag, we've used some on the side. And I think it's beautiful. On this one, we've used the scrap one, which I also love. On this little sort of ink box, we've used it all about. And again, I love it. Here we've used a piece of the big one under some pieces of ephemera. Very cute. On this tag, I've used resin pieces with a piece of fabric, jean fabric tape, and I really, 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 really like this one. And I have lots and lots and lots of scraps of jeans, so I can make a lot more. And the last one is this one with the silky bits of fabric all around. So that was it for today. I've had fun. I am so happy that I can make my own fabric tape now. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I guess I'll see you in a couple of days. Take care. Bye-bye.